Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Nothing remains unachieved when the Supreme Person of Godhead is pleased with someone. By transcendental achievement, one understands everything else to be insignificant. One who engages in transcendental loving service is elevated to the highest perfectional stage by the Lord Himself, who is seated in everyone's heart. Purport. As stated in Bhagavad-gītā 10:10, the Lord gives intelligence to the pure devotee so that they may be elevated to the highest perfectional stage. It is confirmed herein that a pure devotee who is consciously engaged in the loving service of the Lord is awarded all knowledge necessary to reach the Supreme Person of Godhead. For such a devotee, there is nothing valuable to be achieved but the Lord's service. If one serves faithfully, there is no possibility of frustration because the Lord Himself takes charge of the devotee's advancement. The Lord is seated in everyone's heart and He knows the devotee's motive and arranges everything achievable. In other words, a pseudo-devotee who is anxious to achieve the material gains cannot attain the highest perfection stage because the Lord is in the knowledge of His motive. One merely has to become sincere in his purpose, and then the Lord is there to help in every way. So this is the end of this chapter is coming, the appearance of Lord Varahadev, and these are the false Shruti. Get the result after hearing the pastimes of Lord Varahadev. So, Lord's Anantasesha is trying to glorify the Lord's, His pastimes, His qualities with 1,000 heads. But still He is not able to glorify because His glories, Lord Krishna's glory is unlimited, His quality is unlimited, His pastimes are unlimited. So how can we describe? How can we describe all the Lord's unlimited? It's not possible. But at the same time, Lord is giving here assurances that what is the purpose? When I'm performing devotional service, what is my purpose? What is my motive? If my motive is to serve the Lord and please the Lord and His pure devotee, then Lord within the heart will give you intelligence accordingly. See? So it's question of what is the purpose, what is my motive? When I'm engaged in devotional service here, what's my motive? Krishna says there are 4 kinds of people comes to me. People are inquisitive, people who wants to have a knowledge, people who wants to have economical development and economically good, and be devotee and person who are distressed. You see. So the people who are economically well not to do, when they perform devotional service, come to Krishna and ask for economic development, they will get it. But what is the use? What is this? They will not get the knowledge. They will not. The goal of the human form of life is not be achieved. People who are distressed, they come to Krishna consciousness, and when their distress is over, then they go away. Right? Germans during the World War II, all the husbands had gone to the fight, and all the ladies, their wives were praying to the Lord to protect. Please protect our husbands. And that somehow that they died, then what happens to all the Germans? They didn't believe in the Lord and they become atheists. See? So person who are distressed, they become happy, something happens, then they just leave the Lord. Person who are getting some knowledge, they get the books, they get knowledge, but then what is the purpose of the knowledge? They don't use the knowledge in the service of the Lord. Then that knowledge which is not by knowledge is to please the Lord. If the knowledge is not to please the Lord, then what will happen? That knowledge will not stick in the heart. It will just on the mental. But the person who are inquisitive, they are better than others, then when they are inquisitive, they will inquire and they inquire about knowledge, and at the same time they will be inquisitive and they will engage in the devotional service of the Lord. So it's at least the 4 people are coming, that is good. But here it is saying that the persons who are engaging in devotional service with the motive to please the Lord, then the Lord will within the heart give them understanding. That is the Srila Prabhupada is quoting the verse from Bhagavad-gītā 10:10. In the chapter Opulence of the Absolute, and the 10:10 is Tesam Satayuktaram Bhajatam Piti Purvakam Tadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamapyanti Te. To those who are constantly devoted to serving me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. See? So if we serve the Lord with love and devotion, then He will give us intelligence. He will give us understanding. Because, as I said, how can you understand the Lord's qualities and pastimes? It's unlimited. See? And the example is Srila Prabhupada. When he started a society, running the whole society, international. From all different parts of the world, people are joined. And they are all from the different culture, different upbringing, different culture, different way of thinking, different the way of living, different the way of eating food, all different, completely different. So how was he able to manage the society at the same time writing the Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, all the books, and at the same time traveling on the globe for 14 times in 12 years? How is it possible? It was possible because his motive was ultimately to please Krishna. Please the order given by his spiritual master to fulfill that order. And because of that, Lord was giving me intelligence as per the required, as per needed. And that's why he was able to, when he had a correspondence with in letters, Lord was within the heart, was giving what to write, what to answer. Or writing the purport in the Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord was giving him intelligence, Lord was guiding him what to write. And that's why Lord Srila Prabhupada used to say, I have not written these books. These books are written by Krishna. I was just an instrument. So this is what he is saying here. Now the people, who is the best example here? Nothing remains achieved when the Supreme Person of God is pleased with someone. By transcendental achievement, one understands everything else is insignificant. Who is the best example from Srimad Bhagavatam? Anybody think of any other example? From Srimad Bhagavatam, it says, nothing remains unachieved when the Supreme Person of God is pleased with someone. By transcendental achievement, one understands everything else is insignificant. Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj, he was the son of a Uttanupad, right? And Uttanupad was he had 2 wives. Suniti and Suruchi, right? And Suniti was a good niti. She had a good understanding. Suruchi was not, but Suruchi was beautiful. So Uttanapad loved Suruchi than Suniti. And Prahlad, Dhruva Maharaj was the son of from Suniti. And Suruchi's son was, what was his name? Anyhow, she also had a son, Uttama. And the Uttanapad loved both of them, both sons he loved. He loved Dhruva also. But the Suruchi would not allow, he was a Kshatriya, son of a Kshatriya. Uttanapad was Kshatriya. So Kshatriyas are, they are very passionate persons. So Prahlad Maharaj, the Suruchi would not allow to sit in the lap of his father. Just simple thing. What is big thing about it? Simple, right? It wasn't a big thing, right? To allow, but Suruchi would not allow him to sit in the lap of Uttanapad, which is Dhruva has a right to sit in the lap. He's his father. There is no question of him asking it. Any family who has a son or daughter and they come, the little boy comes, little girl comes to sit in the lap of the mother or father, they're going to refuse it? No, they're not going to refuse it. They out of love, they allow to sit. But some other Suruchi did not allow him. And on top of that, Suruchi is telling him that the boy is telling that if you have to sit in lap of your father, then you have to in next life you have to take a birth from my womb, and then you can sit. See? So of course Dhruva Maharaj, he cried. He was not happy. Little boy. What can he understand, little boy? He was not happy. So he went to his mother, Suniti, crying. And Suniti was her spiritual master, first spiritual master to guide him that don't be envious of this Suruchi. That's the first that she said. Don't be envious of Suruchi. Accept it. This is your karma, you accept it. But Dhruva Maharaj wanted to have the kingdom. He wanted to have kingdom better than his great-grandfather, which is Lord Brahma. And he said, how can I gain it? Asking Suniti. She said, Suniti is like a spiritual master. She said, well, I know the only thing you get is you have to approach the Lord. So where can I approach the Lord? What do I do? Where can I approach? She said, I have heard that you can go to the forest. I have heard the sages, they go in the forest and they perform tapasya and they get the darshan of the Lord. So Dhruva said, I should also go to the forest. See? So of course he went walking going through the jungles, and he came to Vrindavan, walking 200-300 kilometers. It is not a short distance. 200 kilometers approximately, 150 or 200 kilometers. He walked. Little boy, 5 years young boy with understanding that, with thinking that I want to gain the Lord. Dhruva means determination. He had that determination, then I'm going to achieve the Lord, and I've achieved the Lord, then I'm going to ask the Lord. He went with a motive to Lord to ask the material benefit, get the kingdom which is greater than his grandfather. That was his motive. when he went there. But he had that determination, and because of that, the Lord sent Narad Muni. This is another point. When we have a desire to serve the Lord, then Lord sends someone who can guide us. So Lord sent Narad Muni. And Narad Muni, of course, is testing him. But Narad Muni is telling to Dhruva that you are only firing boy. What is so big thing about? I will come to your, I will come with me, and I will talk to your father, he will allow it to sit. You go in the forest, and there are so many tigers and lions, all this you have to, how you gonna, how you gonna do it? This is the time to play. You are a young little boy, this is time to play. This is not time to think of the sitting on the lap. When you become older, you will sit on the lap. You will sit on the on the throne even. Your father, why you have to go through all this tapasya? At the present, this is not time to do that. Dhruva Maharaj said that either you give instruct or make a U-turn and go back. See, either you guide me or just go make a U-turn, go back. So the Narad Muni understood that this boy is determined. So Narad Muni, of course, gave him the mantra, gave a whole procedure what to do. Go to the Madhuban, which is for one of the 12 forests is still there at present. And perform tapasya there and chant the mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Right? And of course, and he was given instructions to take a bath in the Jamuna 3 times a day in the cold water in the winter, and the live on the fruits and whatever is in the forest. So we know he performed tapasya for 6 months. First he ate only fruits, then he gave up fruits, then only eating leaves, and then only leaves. Berry, gave up that, gave up eating, then he's only drinking water, gave up drinking water. After 2 weeks he then giving up water, and he performed like this tapasya 6 months, and the Lord was pleased and Lord appeared. So when he saw the beautiful form of the Lord, what did he say? I was looking for broken pieces of glass. Right. Right. So I got a precious diamond. So what is the, so I was looking for, I came here with the purpose of gaining the kingdom. But I already saw you, my Lord. So what is the use? What do I need this kingdom for? This is actually here. Nothing remains unachieved when the Supreme Person of God is pleased with someone. By transcendental achievement, one understands everything else to be insignificant. So with that transcendental understanding, he could understand that I'm gonna gain the kingdom, but it is insignificant. What is this? See. But still his Lord so kind, he said, no, you came with purpose, I will give you that. But I will give you in such a way that you will have it and you will not forgive me. You will not forget me. Not just that, but your kingdom will be, when there is devastation, your kingdom will be not devastated. And that is the Dhruva star, pole star we see in the sky. See. So the service to the Lord, and with any motive, akama sarva kamo moksha udardi. Whether you have a desire or whether no desire, you come to the Supreme Person of Godhead, then he will guide you accordingly. Whether you have a desires, you have no desires, you have material desires, you come to Krishna. See? So here, the important point is that what is my motive? One who engages in transcendental loving service is elevated to the highest perfect stage by Lord Himself, who is sitting in everyone's heart. Every Lord is sitting within everyone's heart, and He gives us. He knows we cannot cheat the Lord. Lord knows our motive. I can cheat other devotees, other people, but I cannot cheat the Lord. Lord knows what my motive is. See, and according to our motive, He will fulfill. So our motive should be, when we are in devotional, our motive should be very clear. What am I here for? What am I practicing devotional service for? If I have some ulterior motive, then Lord will give you according to. He will give the knowledge according to our motive. See, and Srila Prabhupada in this Bhagavad-gītā purport, he is writing here in the purport, the last paragraph. A person may have a bona fide spiritual master and may be attached to a spiritual organization, but if he is still not intelligent enough to make progress, then Krishna from within gives him instruction so that he may ultimately come to him without difficulty. The qualification is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness and with love and devotion render all kinds of services. Because what is Lord is interested in? Lord is Purna Purushottam. He's Atma Rama. He doesn't need anything. Everything belongs to Him anyhow. So He is interested in our love. Lord is interested in our love. What is people are looking for in material world? Actually, in reality. Yeah, but what is ultimately they are looking for? In material world, actually, ultimately, by heart, what they are looking for? Love. People are looking for love, but they are not getting real love. In the 11th canto is mentioned about Pingala, prostitute. Pingala was prostitute. I don't know whether you have heard it or not. And that was her business. She was making money by this business prostitution. Right? So one night she's in a prostitute means she make up all that nice dress and make up do all the makeup so the man can entice and come and enjoy with her. And she get money. So she's one night she's sitting, waiting outside her house door so the people can look at it and people can come. So anybody is passing by, she thinks he will come. Nobody come until 12 midnight. So he's going back and forth in his house, in porch, back and forth, waiting for people to come. Nobody came. Lord is within her heart, that Lord gave her the intelligence. And same prostitute is thinking that I was looking for love. People are looking for love. I was thinking that these people who are coming, they will give me love. But could not. She was everybody is looking for a long-term relationship. But here the people were coming with a short-term relationship. Business is finished, they left. They're looking for love. So she's saying that the Lord I was looking for a love, I was looking for the Lord, I was looking for love outside. But the Lord which is within my heart, He can give me love. He can guide me. And I was not looking for that. So it opened our eyes and realized the Lord who is going to love, is going to give me love is within my heart. See? So and she realized that. So the qualification is that here, Isla Prabhupada is that a person always engage himself in Krishna consciousness with love, and with love and devotion renders all concepts. He should perform some sorts of work for Krishna, and that work should be with love. If a devotee is not intelligent enough to make progress on the path of selflessness, but is sincere and devoted to the activities of the devotional service, the Lord gives him a chance to make progress and ultimately attain to him. He's writing very clearly. So that's what this purport is about. That same thing is one in purport. One may has to become sincere in his purpose, and the Lord is there to help in every way. See? And that's where the Lord also give intelligence accordingly. Otherwise, how can Srila Prabhupada run the society? But Lord was giving intelligence exactly what to write. When he was receiving letters from his disciples and he has to write back, Lord was giving exactly according to that disciple what needed. His instruction was not the same for everybody. Of course, for regulatory principle chanting 16 rounds, that is common. That is there. But beside with individual devotees, he was writing now. Some of devotees here not even, of course, some of devotees here given initiation by the letter. See, might have not even seen them. But how the Lord within heart was giving knowledge intelligence to write to that person instruction, that instruction is actually for that devotee, specifically for that devotee. So how is that happens? Because he had a pure motive. His motive was to serve Krishna with love and devotion and bring everybody towards Krishna. See, and that's why he was able to do that. So this is what is mentioned in this purport, today's purport. Tasmin prasane sakala shisham prabho kim dullabham tabir alam lavat mabi ananya drishtya bhajatam gohashayaha swayam vidyate swagatim paraha param. Nothing remains unachieved when the Supreme Person of God is pleased with someone. When by transcendental achievement one understands everything else to be insignificant. One who engages in transcendental loving service is elevated to the highest perfectional stage by the Lord Himself, who is seated in everyone's heart. Okay? Any questions, any comments? Yes. Spiritual master. In Dhruv Maharaj's case, Narad Muni already knew. When Narad Muni gave him instruction that this boy is going with a desired motive, with a more ulterior motive, to gain the kingdom, but I am going to instruct him in such a way that he will, when Lord will come, Lord will appear, and he will forget what for hereafter motive. Spiritual master knows when with whatever motive we go, spiritual master ultimately, because spiritual master ultimately, Narad Muni wanted him to be not get a kingdom, right? Otherwise, Narad Muni have told him to worship some demigods. Go worship Lord Shiva. He will give you kingdom. But he didn't do that. Because Narad Muni ultimately motive was to bring him to Krishna, to have let him have darshan of Krishna, and let him decide himself that whatever motive this is insignificant. So that's where spiritual master guide us. Another question? Well, this happened. This pastime happened, I think, in Satya Yuga. So that's different timing. You're talking about Satya Yuga, then Treta Yuga, then Dwapara, we are in Kali Yuga at present. But at the present distance is more than 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers at present time. We don't know at that time. Probably. Yeah. Another question? You have some question? Yes. Mm-hmm. It's not in material world, it's not in spiritual, it is a place where but it's not annihilated. We can see the pole star, right? But it's not annihilated. When there is a devastation, it stays. And 7 rishis are around the 7 stars, there are 7 rishis. It is guarded by the Lord. Mm-hmm. I have no idea. I know that Dhruv Maharaj is, of course, Dhruv Maharaj is not going to stay. After that, he's going to go to Lord Indra's, I think, because Lord Indra or something, he's going to go back home, back to Godhead. Yeah, Dhruv Maharaj was staying on this planet. He was ruling. He's still ruling, I think. But he's going to go back home, back to Godhead. No, but that's not in the spiritual world. Yeah. Anything else? And not just that, but he went, then he wanted his mother to go with. When he was in the plane, Lord came to take him in the plane. Then he said, wait a minute, I'm not going to go. Where is my mother? So Lord saw that his mother was only ahead of her. And Lord showed him, look, your mother is also. See? So his mother was the first spiritual master to guide him. So mother who guide, they also go back home, back to Godhead. That's why Srila Prabhupada used to say that if one of my devotee goes back to successful life, I am successful.